Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. It is time for the Sunday service. It is time for Blacksad Under the Skin Part 2. And as we start, again, there is a warning for imagery that some may find upsetting. And if you don't find it upsetting, then I'm surprised because it is quite graphic. I will try to move off of it as soon as possible. So let's do this. How are you doing? Welcome on in. I am Lord Teamaker. And there we go. The image is done now. Last time on Blacksad, we were in investigation of the supposed suicide of the owner of the boxing club. But we have a suspicion from his daughter and others that it was a murder. Now, we weren't fully sure what we were doing next.
He opened it during the war? That's odd.
But there is a phone I'm going to use. Now, this game is also in places racially charged. There may be some language that is not, not used these days or should not be used these days. I, however, will not be repeating those words. If they are seen on screen.
Hey, it's me again. Thing is, Joe Dunn's daughter hired me.
Alright, thanks, Joe. But I still don't get it. Any signs of foul play?
I just don't get why this guy would hang himself. The gym wasn't making him rich, but one of his pupils was on the rise. Headed straight for Madison Square Garden.
Well, there's more to life than business. We all have dark secrets, John. Am I right?
So, are you gonna help me?
Why should I, Mr. Client Detective Privileges? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't have anything useful to share. And it seems like you don't either. But if you do find something, give me a call.
We've been friends for a long time.
And you think this is what two friends talk about on the phone? Good to hear from you, John. Take care.
I want to see what he thinks about Bobby Yale.
Smirnoff.
I think I have a new lead on the Dunn case. Dunn and the gym's cleaning lady were about to get married.
Great. Call What's News. They'll know what to do with such an incredibly interesting piece of information.
The combination on Dunn's safe was her birthday. He even gave her a ring. You know, your typical suicidal bliss.
Okay, I'm still not convinced, but I might have something for you.
Hey, we're getting somewhere.
Life is often off key, like a bad song. The notes come together but feel flat, unable to create anything resembling music. And yet, there are ways to string them together to create harmony. Ways that are not always entirely in our hands.
You look tired, John.
I was born tired. I'm used to it.
You're not the only one. Yep, I'm beat. I'm starving. Just got back from the annual police medical. Not only did I have to fast, but I also had to chug 2 enormous glasses of water. John, you alright?
I've had better days, and I'll have them again, I hope.
We both deserve to. The thing is, I'd love to help you out with this case, but I can't. You know I work for the state of New York. If I had any information, I couldn't share it with a private eye. Even if it was lying on top of this table.
You said you were starving. Why don't you go to the counter and order something?
Yeah, sure, good idea. If you'll excuse me.
First Morton brought preliminary. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. 7 p.m. 19th of October. Yep. Yep. Violent asphyxiation. External findings. Reverend, yeah.
Interesting.
Four different marks. Knuckles are swollen.
Now that I think of it, I better eat at home. It's healthier.
Thanks.
Truth is, John, it all seemed clear to me before, but now? Please, promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
Sure, you can trust me. I give you my word.
All right. In any case, keep me posted, will you?
Friend, you can count on it.
Take care, John.
As always, Smirnoff had given me new, potentially relevant information. Not to mention second thoughts. When an old dog like him gets that serious, one must be prepared to bite.
Okay. Allow new deductions. So let's have a look. Okay. Right, according to Jake, strong argument real when it's painted on scaffold.
Dunn must have punched the can while he was arguing with Yale. I guess that explains why he threatened to call the fight off.
Done for a can, yeah, so we can go through the dumpster bit. We've also got another production to do. Maybe Yale did it. Right, no, that. There's another one we gotta do. What is it? There we go.
I'm much taller than Dunn, and I can barely reach the noose. There's no way Dunn hanged himself. Not on his own, at least.
Right.
Bobby Yale. I don't know if you had a motive to kill Dunn, but you certainly had the murder weapon.
Right. Strangled, yes.
Christ. Did Yale kill Dunn just because he wanted to call off the fight?
I always knew Bobby had issues. But I never thought he'd go that far.
I couldn't say. In my line of work, you really shouldn't jump to conclusions.
But the chest expander, the box in his locker, the marks on my father's neck. It all leads to him. In any case, that doesn't change a thing.
It does, actually. Now we know he didn't kill himself.
My father's still dead, and you still haven't found Bobby Yale. Nothing has changed. Opening the safe and finding my father's will won't help us achieve anything. So please hurry. Time's wasting.
Well, now we know our suspicions were
Son's
correct.
indifference never ceased to amaze me. But most importantly, why was she so opposed to Yale?
John Blacksad? I think I owe you an apology.
Apology accepted. But what exactly are you apologizing for?
Listen, I don't think my fellow workers treated you with the respect you deserve. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. The thing is, they didn't know we shared a common goal. Bobby Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad. So please, kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on.
Of course. You don't mind me riding in this fancy car with a wrinkled suit, do you?
Aw, I think you look mighty dapper, Mr. Blacksad. Although, if those wrinkles were to rub off on me...
I think they would have
I
insisted
always
if we
play
didn't
it
say
nice
yes.
and safe.
They could have let him finish his cigarette, you know. Of their own accord, so rather than being forced.
Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So, I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
I always work alone.
You know, if everyone worked solo, many people would suffer. Look at me. I could go it alone, but I don't. Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply two grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business. What's so bad about that?
It's illegal for starters.
Illegal? Let me tell you what should be illegal. The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me, with all due respect, it's none of your business.
Ooh, all right. Never mind then. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
Well, gambling is illegal.
Oh boy. Did you hear anything I just said? Anyway, When the government passes these laws, there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
You're bending the truth to justify organized crime.
Oh no, it might have been organized crime, but not anymore. I wasn't always a boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the bottom, when Lucky Blitzen ran the show. That good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding. Not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help people so they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
Maybe at first. But when they tied me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
Yeah, the two of them.
Bastards. But don't you worry. I'll have a talk with those two. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. You see, a lot of people work for me. Many families depend on my business. Not only that, St. Christopher's Hospice practically lives on my donations. The widows of my late employees are set for life. Their kids get free schooling. The cops leave me alone because they know my business doesn't hurt anyone. On the contrary. And, it looks like we're here.
Yale's apartment?
I told you, I'm on your side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, maybe you'll change your mind and share your findings with me. Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Colbert! Wilson!
Now we have to be careful what we give with them. Bloody mob bosses.
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's. Can't say this is the ideal drink for an athlete. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
Looks like it. Oh, wait. No. Sticker. Hall of Fame sticker. There we go. La Fontaine.
17th century French fables. Mayor must be one boring old lady.
Ooh. We're getting these stickers, aren't we? None of them matching, like a Panini get a sticker out of them.
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
Huh.
So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby? Seems like Bobby inherited something more than boxing skills from his father, besides the tendency to vanish into thin air, of course.
Yeah, and the potential for murdering.
Nice chain.
Nothing else there? No.
Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes? Unless someone emptied it recently. Copy 1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
He did. Apparently.
I'm not sure how Yale's love of pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know. A woman's fragrance. Almost angelic.
Bobby seems like a nice kid, but I barely know him.
Oh, that's bullshit.
That means she's been here recently, but why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
Was she banging him behind?
When I left, I told O'Leary I hadn't found a thing. The minute I was alone, I left for Mary's. But before all that, I took a small parting gift for her. I've never trusted angels.
Mr. Blacksad? What a...
Surprise? When they fall, they turn into demons.
Joey told me he was going to spend the afternoon painting the gym and that Bobby would be fixing something up on the roof. So, after I found the body and called the police, I went to Bobby's place, but he wasn't there.
How did you open the door to his apartment?
I think it was already open. Everything is so confusing. I'm sorry, Mr. Blacksad.
She's lying.
Don't be. I'm here to figure it all out. Do you realize you might be protecting a murderer?
What? I'm not protecting anybody.
Okay, I think it's time to set things straight. I knew you were cheating on Dunn with Yale. Or was it the other way around?
No. How can you even think of something like that?
How can you convince me otherwise? I found a picture at Yale's apartment. It's you and him on a roller coaster. Care to explain, Miss Purnell?
I'm not white, Mr. Blacksad.
What?
7 of my great-grandparents were white. The 8th was black. According to law, I'm a black citizen, even if my skin says the contrary. Do you know what that means when you're born in North Arlington, Alabama?
Segregated housing, with far worse homes for colored people.
We even have different water fountains, for God's sake. The separate but equal doctrine and all that.
That damn nonsense.
And all the lies. That's why I moved here. No one knows what color my great-grandparents were.
I'm black too, and I don't hide it.
Well, at least you're a man.
In any case, what's that have to do with Bobby Yale?
He's my nephew, Mr. Blacksad. Joe and I first started taking care of poor Bobby when my sister died. That was when he was almost 15. The 3 of us went on that trip to Luna Park.
So this is where Joe Dunn comes in.
Bobby was the only one who knew about me and Joey. We were afraid that someone would use my past to ruin his career.
It's not the first time I hear that story. You should have told me this sooner.
I've been hiding it all my life. I'm sorry.
And then he starts at home, eh?
Mary smells like... Actually, the whole room smells like a pie fresh out of the oven. So I can't identify any other fragrances. TV and radio all in one. Where will these mad times lead us?
Yep. Window opened.
Fresh out of the oven. The whole room smells like pie.
Pie.
About Sonia Dunn and the ring. Well, I told her about you and Joe Dunn. I had no choice.
And what did she say?
I don't think she took it too well, but she might come to understand it.
Maybe. But I'm not so sure you'll be able to keep my other secret safe.
Your secret is safe with me.
I'd like to believe you.
That cherry pie smells so good. I'm starting to get hungry.
Thanks. I pulled it out of the oven right before you arrived. Oh, where are my manners? I'm the worst hostess in the world.
That look was suspicious.
Let me go get a knife from the kitchen.
Did you see that suspicion? No.
And you must be thirsty. Let me see. OJ, coffee?
OJ is fine, thanks.
Yeah, that was very suspicious.
She's wearing the same clothes in both pictures, so she's probably telling the truth. That's some beautiful artwork you got there.
Morning, Moon Empress. It's a murder mystery detective game, yeah? That's under the ring, right, okay.
About Sonia Dunn and the ring. I managed to hide the truth from her.
I appreciate it, but at the same time...
What?
No, nothing. Maybe she has a right to know.
Yeah. Right. There's what? Two more bits here. Let's have a agenda.
Now that there's almost no pie left, the scent has also disappeared.
Oh, very clever, Blacksad.
Interesting. Now Mary smells like a huge dog. Mary, when are you going to stop lying? I know your nephew is here. I can smell him.
What? No. I already told you I don't know where he is.
Look, I understand why you're protecting him, but it's in his best interest to end this hide and seek.
You can search the whole house if you want. Go ahead. He's not here.
Fine, I will.
If he's not here right now, he must have left shortly before I got here. Where did he go?
Shortly before you got here? I wish.
Yeah, it's set in Prohibition, USA.
Wait a minute. She's not the one who smells like that.
Oh, steady. So there's a lot of racially charged language and motivation in this game.
That's where Bobby Yale's scent is coming from. So, that's why you were sitting there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Could you step aside so I can check, please?
Please go.
Mary, for Christ's sake, put that knife down, would you?
Leave or I'll...
You know I could take that knife from you if I wanted to, Mary.
I mean it.
I don't want to hurt you.
Leave her alone! Bobby!
Ow! Ow!
Bobby!
Well, at least we found him.
Call an ambulance. Do as I say. Go on, call an ambulance. Do it now. In the face of a heart attack, there's two things you can't forget. One, stay calm. Two, 1 chest compression per second.
And if you
One
break the ribs,
Mississippi.
you know you're doing it right.
2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi. 6 Mississippi. 7 Mississippi. 8 Mississippi.
Bobby! Oh, Bobby! Thank you, Bobby. Bobby. Thank you.
I had lots of reasons to consider this a great day. I had investigated a suicide case. I had discovered that, in truth, we were dealing with a murder. I had found and captured the prime suspect. And I had saved a life.
When ambulances were bloody tiny.
And yet, everything in me screamed that something was going wrong. Terribly wrong.
Because something is.
Promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I want a gun!
What the hell?
Bang, bang, bang!
A fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualty.
I hate detectives.
Bang, bang, bang!
You're dead meat, cat.
That you, Smirnoff?
You seem agitated. Nightmare?
Yeah, I have a lot of those, yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
Yeah, that makes two of us. Anyway, why don't you go home? In his current condition, Yale's not going anywhere. Besides, we'll take it from here.
I didn't really see much of it.
Who is that? Can we trust
Some
him?
bits of it sound intriguing, like the Yakuza stuff, but
I know how to pick my men, John.
Plucky Squire out
You?
this coming week.
I'm not so sure. You promised me you wouldn't intervene.
She's quite nice.
If I hadn't intervened, Bobby Yale could be dead.
If you had warned me, maybe we could have avoided a heart attack. Anyway, what's done is done.
Yeah, the date, everything. Yeah, Tetris Forever. Yeah, I remember seeing it on. He's saying it on Tracker's stream on Wednesday. Tetris, yeah, Tetris Forever. I believe that will be coming out to
When
other consoles
when
as well. so-
exactly did you realize that he killed Dunn?
My Sims, meh. Not a Sims fan. The Capcom bundle, fighting games, again, I'm useless at fighting games. The
Out of sheer
Power Stones.
curiosity, I'm a cop after all.
Intriguing.
As soon as I realized that the murder weapon belonged to him,
How about the motive? Any ideas?
I know Dunn wanted to call the fight off after something Yale did, but I still don't know what.
In any case, hopefully Yale will tell us more.
Would you let me ask him some questions when he wakes up?
Marvel
I know
vs.
you will,
Capcom's
with or
staple
without my
franchise.
permission. So, I'd rather not feel betrayed. In exchange, drop by the station when you can. Your investigation could really help my men. Who, by the way, must be waiting for me to interrogate Mary Purnell. Boy, she was hard to pry from Yale's side.
She's been through a lot in the past days. Be nice to her.
Of course. In spite of it all, we're not just vigilantes. And as for you, go get some rest. God knows you need it.
Yeah, I will.
I will. Thanks for the advice.
When's Tetris coming out?
Tell
Do
the
you know?
nurses to look at that face of yours. You look like a film detective in his last scene.
I'm afraid this film isn't over yet.
For your sake, I hope you're wrong. You're in charge now, officer.
Okay.
I'll send you relief in 6 hours. Understood?
Doctor,
Who are?
Oh, detective. Congratulations. You fared pretty well against that kid. Better than most would have. Now, if you'll excuse me.
do I look like I fared well to you?
A doctor that looks like a lizard. Why does
We,
that not
as a
surprise me?
society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded.
You know, it's coming out 2024. And the Castlevanias as well.
We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded.
Right, it's another bit that needs to be looked at. Ooh.
How's Yale? Is he awake?
Oh, yeah. Go check on him before he falls asleep again. Although, try not to bother him with too many questions.
What's his current condition?
It's too soon to tell. He did have a heart attack after all.
They're trying to off him.
Go away. I don't want to see you. The doctor told me to sleep.
I rarely get to interrogate a suspect with his guard down in a place as quiet as this. Getting the chance to study his body language with no distractions is a rare gift. His heart rate is increasing. It could mean that he's lying, but it could also just be pure, unadulterated rage. He's clenching his fist, a sign of contained anger.
So relax, guy.
He's looking straight at me. If he couldn't hold my stare, I'd think he's lying. But that's not the case. Clenched fist, fast heart rate, fixed stare. He feels some genuine rage towards me. I'm sorry you don't want to see me, but I saved your life, son.
Maybe my aunt feels gratitude. I certainly don't. Luckily, I just got my medication. I'll be snoozing soon.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll just cut
nitroglycerin.
to the chase. Is he lying, or did his heart
Oh,
rate
no, same
speed up
shit,
out
okay.
of rage?
But there's another 2 bits here.
Is he holding back his rage?
Was it the same shit? It's the same shit. Yeah, it's the same shit.
He can't look me in the eye. I'd say he's lying. Who killed Joe Dunn?
What? Are you trying to confuse me? Joe hanged himself.
Dunn was too short to hang himself with that rope.
So, it's true? He was murdered.
I know Dunn threatened to call off the fight. Why?
How do you know that?
I'm a detective.
That was his anger talking. He never really meant it.
That doesn't matter. Why was he so mad at you? What did you do?
Nothing. Joe thought that I wasn't training hard enough. That I was going to lose.
All right. Let's just say that I believe you. The murderer killed Dunn with a chest expander and planted evidence to make us believe it was suicide. But he also left enough clues behind to make sure we found the true murder weapon. Then he put the chest expander box in your locker to frame you. Do you know anyone that twisted and who also happens to have a motive?
I don't know.
Desmond O'Leary certainly seems twisted enough. Did he have anything against Dunn?
I'm not sure if they knew each other. At least not in person. About a month ago, Joe kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym. He was trying to give a business card to...
James Giambi.
Yeah, exactly. Did Jake tell you about that?
Something like that. Maybe it was... What am I saying? Jake could never pull off something like that. Nothing. Never mind.
Are you sure?
What about Frank Cassidy? Do you think he has a motive?
Maybe. A few weeks ago, Joe took me to a boxing managers association meeting.
Headed by
Are
Cassidy.
you sure?
Yeah. He was obsessed with making it illegal for boxers to fight without a manager. Or without an associated manager. Everyone seemed to go along with it until Joe spoke up. He said that would lower us to mob status. That Cassidy had founded the association just to make money by monopolizing the sport. That made others think twice. And Cassidy ended up empty-handed.
Poor Cassidy. What about Sonia Dunn?
Sonia? I doubt it. She's odd, but she's his daughter.
I've seen worse, believe me.
Blacksad. I think I owe you an, You know, my father disappeared when I was 6, right after winning a fight. We never heard from him again. Do you know what that does to a kid? Who knows where I'd be if Joe Dunn hadn't been in my life. Even when I lost my way and put a gun to his head years later, he still took me under his wing and managed to steer me in the right direction. And now that he's gone, you're risking your life to find his murderer. Thanks.
Thank you for...
He's asleep. He's asleep.
The number of cigarette butts is inversely proportional to my hours of sleep. Ah, damn.
So let him sleep. But what was I going to say? It was like, yeah, theory time. His dad.
The hands say a lot about what's going on inside a person.
Disappeared after a fight. Probably wasn't supposed to win the fight. The fight was maybe rigged as a betting issue.
Is that eye movement normal? He seems restless. Should I tell someone?
Yeah, I'll tell someone.
See? There's no fever whatsoever. He must be having a nightmare.
Are you sure?
Wouldn't you have nightmares too after what he went through yesterday? I know I sure wouldn't sleep.
I have nightmares myself, but those go way back.
Oh, the poor thing. Do you know what my nightmare is? It's that witch I have to work with. Oh, good thing she's got trauma surgery at 12:30, but I wish it were a little sooner, you know? Anyway, thank you for letting me know, and for bringing him in. You don't know how excited I am to be involved in a criminal case.
It might not be important, but I need to take a look at his medical report.
Yeah, his medical report. Where is his medical report?
I need to get my hands on his test results.
But yeah, anyway, theory. Yeah. So yeah, his dad disappears because of a fight that was supposed to go a different way, sleeping with the fishes, so to speak. Joe takes him in after he you know, tried to help him away from that. The mob boss sent his goon to the boxing arena or the boxing gym to try and make sure another fight was fixed. Didn't happen. Joe tried to call it off. A goon offs Joe, makes it look like an accident, maybe. Oh, actually, no. Tried to make it look like Bobby did it. Maybe his aunt or Sonia saw that, didn't want him framed for it, So they made it look like a suicide. How's that for theory?
No, the footprints don't match. If Yale killed Dunn, he did it without stepping in the paint, or in different shoes.
That helps my theory even more. Wait, there's a telephone. Can we use the telephone? We can use the telephone. Thank you. Another sticker.
Top notch.
That's the theory. Let's see whether the theory works out.
Hello?
Hi, Ray.
Hi. Who are you?
Take a guess. I already gave you a clue. I know your name, so...
I don't know.
Maybe I know your name because we're family.
No way. My dad never calls me. My grandpa never calls me. My uncle never calls. Well, he does sometimes. You're Uncle John. Uncle John. I guessed it. Mom, it's Uncle John. I guessed it.
You got me, Ray. Congrats.
What did I win?
What do you want?
I want a gun. Bang, bang, bang.
Get on your tail, demo.
Good guys don't carry guns, Ray. You know why? Because they always end up shooting someone.
Yeah, that's why they're so cool. Oops, Mom's coming. Bye, Uncle John.
Ray, is that the way you say goodbye to your uncle?
Oops. Love you, Uncle John.
Now go put on your jacket. We're late.
Oh.
Bang, bang, bang.
What a surprise. How are you?
Hey, Donna.
Bang, bang, bang.
Well, I'm still not over,
Natalia. Patience, John.
Ah,
Time heals all wounds.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Hey, we're kind of in a hurry. Ray's got a dentist appointment. I'll call you soon, okay? I'm really sorry.
Sure. One last thing.
Ray, hurry up. We have to go.
Did you find a job yet?
I did. I'm a tour guide in Santa Fe. Okay, now I really have to go. Bye, John.
Bye, Uncle John. Bang, bang, bang.
Dunn's Gym. Jay Costiombe speaking.
Jake, it's Blacksad. I just wanted to...
I have work to do, John. Call you later. Ronald, get on that ring!
right.
Hi.
You're awake, handsome?
Yeah, you go, can I have a smoke? Where's Palmer?
I'll take a pack of Morleys, please.
Honey, get me a pack of Morleys for Mr. Hanson.
Don't smoke, kids. How? Actually, no.
Yale's medical report
I don't
is right
recommend
there.
you smoking,
Mind
but
if I
that's up
take a
to
look?
you. I'm not your dad. Alright?
No, I don't think so, handsome.
What if you show me Yale's report and I buy you dinner?
You're handsome, all right, but I'm not stupid.
Oh, go on. Ooh, a new hunch.
It seems like the Doe nurse will be assisting Dr. Talbot during his 12:30 surgery. In 4 hours. Could I get them to operate any sooner?
I was going to say, is that lipstick on there? Might be
I
able to.
won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around. I won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around.
So I gotta get
Something's wrong
her.
with him. I need to find out what. I need to get my hands on his test results.
So, we need to get that nurse moved so he can just go, oh, yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, I see. They're lying. Mm. Can I reuse the phone? Is that what we can do?
Trauma? Sherry speaking.
Get Dr. Gregor Talbot, please.
Yes, 1 minute. No, actually, Dr. Talbot won't be in until 12:30 according to my registry. Can I ask who's calling, please?
You can ask. Hello?
Sherry, this is Dr. Talbot. We have to reschedule the 12:30 procedure. I want everyone in the operating room in 5 minutes. If anyone gives you any grief, tell them it's a matter of life or death. Understood?
A matter of life and death. A matter of life and death. You gotta be kidding me.
Way I oughta.
All right, now. How do I put this? I need something that you have.
Oh. Only if you guess why I'm giving it to you.
I think you just want to spite your fellow nurse.
Hello,
Well,
Michael.
aren't you smart? But be quick about it. You hear me, huh? If that witch comes back.
How you doing?
What? What does it say here?
Ah, you know doctors. The top handwriting is mine. Let's see. Extrasystole and dehydration caused by panic attack.
Extra what?
You know, arrhythmia, like skipped heartbeats.
Oh.
What about this here?
It's a good thing I know that Mr. Yale is in Dr. Ferguson's hands. Otherwise,
I'm not
I'd
too
be
bad,
worried.
mate. I'm not bad.
Hey, no means no, miss.
You really don't know who I am, do you?
Miss, I've got orders. And the fact is, those orders say that...
Here you are, Miss Dunn.
Huh?
Tell him, Blacksad. I can't get through that thick skull of his.
You see, Highfill, she's the owner of Yale's gym.
A woman?
Whether the kid recovers or not depends entirely on her.
Between you and me, and all due respect, miss, but aren't we taking this woman's liberation a little too far? All right, let her in, but she's your responsibility.
Tisk tisk.
Thanks for convincing the cop.
You hired me to find Yale. I wanted you to see him with your own eyes.
I see. Anyway, you did your job. I'll send you a check the day after the fight. You can leave now.
Wait, what the? She has a gun. She's gonna shoot him.
No. She's gonna do something stupid. Sonia, don't.
You killed my father. You said so yourself.
No. I told you I wasn't sure.
He almost killed you in that floozy's apartment. How could he not be guilty?
No!
Why did you say that?
Retry. We had to make a decision quick.
Don't.
He killed my father. You said so yourself.
No. I told you I wasn't sure.
He almost killed you in that floozy's apartment. How could he not be guilty?
Your father wouldn't want you to do this. He was a just man, and this is not justice.
Shut up. None of that matters. How could he not be guilty?
Your father sacrificed everything to pay your way through college. If you do this, you'll destroy the future your father wanted you to have. It's okay.
Uncle Tim!
Sweetie, I came back from Los Angeles as soon as I could.
I told you not to rush back.
Come on now.
The guilt trip worked.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your friend?
No, this is John Blacksad, the detective who found Bobby.
Oh, so this is strictly professional. I thought you had some good news for your uncle.
No, Uncle Tim, don't be silly.
Don't be silly. Look at you. Smart, educated, as dazzling as the brightest of stars. Every single man in this city should be at your feet. Come on, we'd better let him rest.
It's just...
I see. Let's say you're right and Bobby Yale is innocent. Who should we focus on now?
We?
Well, your father turned down my money, but he made me promise one thing, that I'd take care of you if anything happened to him.
But I can...
I love the fact he's a lion.
I know you're perfectly capable of managing that gym on your own, but we don't even know if he'll be ready to fight Stone. Besides, someone seems really invested in stopping that fight, and someone has to pay Mr. Blacksad to get to the bottom of all this. Please, talk some sense into her.
Your uncle is right. Your father wouldn't have wanted you to go through this alone.
See? Listen to the detective.
All right.
Yay.
Thank you,
Extra
Uncle.
time.
Thank you
Get
so
on
much.
twice the
All
same
right,
case.
stop crying or you'll ruin your makeup, honey. Now fix yourself up and I'll buy you some breakfast.
Wait, my purse.
I'll get it. It must be...
Blacksad, wait a minute. I think she needs some time alone, just like you and me. Listen, boy, do whatever it takes to find Joe's murder. Whatever it takes. If things get messy, don't worry. I'll clean them up. Deal?
Sure. I'll do my best.
Thank you. I trust you to get that ball to the end zone.
No. Are you telling stories about the great iron arm again?
Wait a minute. Of course. The Milestones quarterback. Tim Iron Arm Thorpe.
It's a good thing folks usually recognize me sooner. Blacksad, you coming to breakfast?
I'd love to, but I have to go ask for a
The
favor.
cop's ecstatic for the picture sticker. So we have deduced that Bobby Yale, who was in the hospital bed after having a heart attack, or panic attack that looked like a
The
heart attack,
investigation required that I ask Jake for a small favor.
did not kill Joe Dunn.
Or demand it, if worse came to worse.
The noose was too high up for Dunn to have killed himself. Dr. Ferguson.
Huh. That lizard isn't Yale's doctor.
I think that's someone paid off by old our supposed ally. So why are we here then? So we're back here for a reason. Why are we back here? And why is that carpet? I bet you down the line there's something to do with that carpet. here? Talk back to our matey.
I hope he never feels inclined to hit me. He's twice my size. Not the smartest cookie in the jar, nor the most tactful. But do I trust him? No. Do I consider him a friend? Yes.
Yeah, so the question is, who was it who did? Was
He's
it
been
our
training with those same shorts for who knows how long.
was it our friend here that did take him out?
Hey, Jake.
Not now, John.
Was it this man? Bear.
How many hits does a boxer take to the head throughout his career?
A lot, that's why it's dangerous.
This one's got extra padding, just like Jake. Hey, hi.
Hey, focus, will ya?
I once shredded a bag like that, just out of pure rage.
Right, okay. So what we doing here then? Because we've had over an hour, well, hour and 20 minutes of actual focus and moving along. Okay, we're about to go into the locker again, where there is some language that is not condoned by myself or any member of the Tig Whippy.
The racist brain is so full of hatred that there's no space for trifles such as common sense or, say, spelling. But this most cultured writer spotted the error and attempted to correct it, not sure what to make of the outcome.
Let's move away from it. Oh, we don't need to look at this stuff. So we'll look out the back again, see if there's something else in the dumpster. But I don't know why we're here unless I have to make a phone call again. Nope, nothing on the phone. Nothing out there. So why are we back here then? We've got to try and... Yeah, nothing there. No clues there that we can deduce. Meowing corn, how you doing?
All right, that's enough. Take 5. Go on.
That's why we're here.
What, John? What's so important?
Could you tell me where O'Leary's headquarters are?
What for? No. You could get me into trouble. No way.
Yes. Yes, they are, Michael. You're right.
If we weren't friends, I'd tell Sonia you work for O'Leary. Although,
Last
if we
day
were
of vacation,
friends,
or
you
back to
wouldn't
work
hesitate
tomorrow
to
for you.
help me. Tell me, Jake, are we friends or not?
Damned cat. All right. O'Leary's hideout is in the basement of a Chinese restaurant. But I don't even know how to get in.
Why are you coaching that guy?
Oh, that's right. You don't know. Sonia asked me to run the gym. Well, at least the fun part. As soon as Bobby Yale's back on his feet, I'll turn him into a champ. I'll make him crush stone. Just you wait. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Couldn't you just stop working for O'Leary?
Yeah, don't seem to be a way to
Yeah,
build it
I
nice.
guess I could.
Have you noticed anything strange about Sonia?
I don't know. Yesterday she said she hated the gym. But it also seemed like she wanted to save the place. Do you get any of this? I sure don't.
The gym is paying her way through college, and she still has a year left. I guess she doesn't have any other option.
Secret twins.
Well, I'll see you tonight.
I
See
told you to
there.
keep eye level there, Corn.
Ronald, the break's over.
After 30 hours of work and several beatings, every bone in my body ached for a bit.
Now it's my turn.
So I went home to recharge,
Detective story.
because the night ahead was bound to be promising.
It's a cornucopia of animals and lizards.
What do you know about that basement?
Can't forget
Well,
the lizard.
let me think. Nothing?
Come on, Jake, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, the sus one.
Strain that little boxer brain. You must know something.
I've come to get O'Leary several times, but they always make me wait in the dining room. One day it was so late that the restaurant was closed. They made me call from a payphone in that alley over there to let them know I was here. A few minutes later, O'Leary came out the back door, that red one there.
All right. You stay by the payphone. Wait till I'm inside. If you see anyone, call the same number you did that one time. Let it ring twice and hang up. Got it?
Screw you!
A promising night indeed.
I'm telling you, they are. In this, they certainly are. Fake doctor. Oh, a sticker.
A bit too high to climb. If the basement I'm looking for were in that building.
I mean, I don't think it's in that building, but I think I was tempted to try and climb up onto it, you know. ladder there. To a fire escape.
No. Plan will only work if O'Leary doesn't know I've been here. Maybe it leads to the basement. I'm guessing it lights up when they ring at the main door. Does he need a shotgun to deal with suppliers? Would he even notice if I got in? Something tells me he'd notice me no matter how stealthy I was. Or maybe this is the way to the basement and not that corridor.
Anything else I need to look at? Nope.
Could it be an elevator shaft? How does this thing open? If only I could reach that box.
So I get you for this shit. So where's our old mate Jake then? Did he just bugger off?
What happened? Should we run for it?
Do I look like I'm in a hurry? I need your brute force, Jake.
What's wrong? Is the little kitten too,
And your silence.
Try not to fall. Boy, he looked like Batman there, didn't he? Dun, 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 dun.
There are questions we only ask ourselves when it's far too late.
Wait, I got find a source of light before the lighter runs out. Up the stairs. That's a sticker. That's not a light. Oh, hang on, that's another sticker. It's the sticker stream, where we look at paninis. Sticker? I hardly know her. Yeah, I could. So where is... I mean, it doesn't want me to go up the stairs, does it? Come on, up we go.
Oh, no, not now. Some answers only come to you when it's far too late.
I mean, it doesn't want me to go up the stairs. So where is it? Where is it? It's not exactly helpful, this bit, is it? You awake to find yourself in a dark room. How will you find the light switch? You're in a dark room. You need the light switch to see. Do you see?
Oh, no, not now. Some answers only come to you when it's far too late.
Who's that?
It's bullshit, you see. He has night vision, yes. See, these are the only two bits here. What am I missing? It's not allowing me to go up. Yeah, you die, you die, you die, you die. See, I don't see anything that we need to do to... light up. And I can't go up the stairs. Why can I not go up the stairs? That's just the lift. There's nothing here.
Not now! Some answers only come to you when it's far too late.
Who's that?
What am I missing that's in the dark? So obvious. And if anybody says a light switch... because sarcasm at this point is not needed. But it won't let me back out. Because this is the basement. An oil canister, good idea. Show me anything useful at all, apart from those two stickers.
No, not now! Some answers only come to you when it's far too late.
Who's that?
I don't know. That's not helpful. So these are the only useful pick-upable things here, the stickers. See, normally if there's something here, it'd shout with the A. Yes, please, a gander on the webs would be nice, thank you.
Oh, no, not now.
Some answers only come to you when it's far too late.
Who's there?
Oh, hang on. Finally. Finally. Use R to point your flashlight and enable new hotspots. That's what it was.
Top notch.
I was expecting some frozen bodies. It won't budge.
No, because you need a button. Found it, Corn. Thank you for looking. It won't budge because we need a button. Or crank. Yeah, I found the flashlight. Because I had to move the lighter up again. Oh, look! Now it appears. Betting slips.
There's one on each table, except this one. The odds are incredibly in Stone's favor. I guess that he's the reigning champion, and Bobby Yale is just a contender, but maybe word got out about his condition.
No, that's how it's supposed to be.
Does O'Leary have a network of pals? Wow, I didn't realize you could place so many bets on a single baseball game. A little thingamajig that adds on its own. What'll they think of next? It looks like a summary of all the bets that come in. Day, amount, bet, wagerer. Wait a minute. Did O'Leary himself bet $5,000 on Yale? Sometimes I forget that criminals, even the office variety, have family and kids. Anyway, maybe things aren't so bad on the dark side. 16 days until the fight.
Yeah, Joe wanted to stop the fight because he knew it was fixed. Or so he was killed because of it. Catfish.
Could that be Ireland?
As in hot cross buns, which is an inside joke. I do imagine from, well, I do know from years and years and years ago. But in case one of my friends stumbled across it, here you go, a little Easter egg for you.
I'd say that's Ireland too. Ireland, of course. This guy's obsessed. Painting concealed file after file of celebrity reports with all sorts of shady information, ranging from S to Z. Almost all of them were athletes. Is that what O'Leary meant when he said that detectives and police officers were his friends? I wonder how many spy for him. If I were to pitch in, who would I spy on? In Bobby Yale's folder, all I found was a log of his incredible stats as an aspiring champion. 20 victories, 16 by knockout. Although, at the end of the report, someone had underlined one word several times. Untouchable. Thorpe had been a rising football star before the war, which he came back from with honors and decorations. After the truce, he resumed his career. He won 3 season trophies and a couple of MVP awards. He retired after an accident that left him paralyzed from the waist down. He started his own sports advertising agency 4 years ago, but according to the files, O'Leary hadn't even tried to corrupt him.
Probably didn't need to try.
According to Stone's report, he was so clean, not to mention hard to corrupt, that O'Leary opted for a more subtle strategy. Apparently, when he broke up with the tennis player Helen Moore, he set her up with Stone. Lucky for him, they hit it off. As I put away the report, I stopped in my tracks. Did I really want to risk knowing what O'Leary had on my good friend, the incorruptible police commissioner?
I want to read the report just in case.
I sighed in relief. O'Leary had tried to buy Smirnoff on several occasions, but failed. Luckily, O'Leary had nothing on him, or me.
Oh, look. The Book of Poems.
Limited edition copy 2 of 3. We listen, if you call it listening, to the sentimental romance. Your eyes act like the moon. If they're not together anymore, why does O'Leary keep so many pictures of romantic moments with Helen Moore?
For potential blackmail purposes, maybe? I don't think we're finished here yet.
Strange as it may seem, the reports reveal that O'Leary had hired Jake as a bodyguard precisely because he was absolutely clean. Apparently, he liked to surround himself with honest people when he mingled with the high society.
Does he really?
Helen Moore's file was, by far, one of the juiciest. She had been just a run-of-the-mill tennis player until O'Leary launched her career by rigging enough games to help her climb the ranking. However, O'Leary hadn't fixed any of her games in over a year. In spite of that, she remained undefeated. Be as it may, it was clear that O'Leary had enough information to ruin her career.
Mary Moore. No. That. There we go.
I'd say O'Leary has threatened Stone with ruining Moore's career. Luckily or not, files N through R included no one that I could somehow connect to the case.
Is there anything here? Aha!
Dunn's integrity was legendary, even in O'Leary's shady reports, just like Yale had said. Dunn had kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym when he found him snooping around. The report on Yale's father was the shortest of all, since only his name was left. Why?
The plot does thicken.
Cassidy's report was possibly the longest among all of O'Leary's files. Apparently, their rivalry went way back. So much so that they spied on each other in the most unthinkable ways. At least I was able to confirm what Yale had told me. Cassidy had threatened Dunn after he refused to join the managers' union. I hope I never become the object of O'Leary's obsession.
Oh, there you go. What's that? There you go.
A Crossler? The good news is, I don't need lockpicks to open it. The bad news, I didn't bring explosives.
Well, bum cakes. That's all I'm saying. Is that everything here? I believe that's everything. Apparently it isn't, otherwise I'd be on my way out. So, what have I missed? I've missed something important here. What have I missed? Aha.
Even Dunn had a gun in his office. O'Leary couldn't possibly be the exception. Dunn had $200 in his safe. O'Leary had about $20,000 in a drawer.
There we go.
Jake. Someone was coming.
Are we or are we not exemplary workers, Jimmy? Here it is, middle of the night.
Balls. Right. We're going to get to a point where we can save it.
Jake. Someone was coming.
Are we or are we not exemplary workers, Jimmy? Here it is, middle of the night. And we're working extra hours. Hey, Jimmy, what do you think about that?
I think he's scared stiff, Desmond.
Why's that, Jimmy? We're giving you the red carpet treatment. We even let you in the boss's office.
You're one lucky fellow.
You can't say I don't treat you well, Jimmy.
Yeah. Speak, you moron.
Yeah, very well. Why are you... Shh. Calm down. How long have you worked for me, Jimmy?
3 months. 3 months.
Oh, yeah. I hired you right after your cousin Martin died. I need your opinion. How would you punish someone for ruining an innocent man's life with a hit and run, Jimmy?
I don't know.
And tell me, what about you, Wilson? What would you do?
No, please. I didn't do anything. I swear.
He was a good guy. Of course, you already knew that. You knew him better than me, right?
He was my cousin.
That's why I hired you, Jimmy. You see, Martin was a dear friend. And his widow said you were a nice kid. That you do a good job. And you needed the money. And I have a soft spot for those in need.
Please.
But, you know what? I talked to her just yesterday. She told us you did some naughty things to her with that gun, Jimmy.
No.
That's no way to treat a widow, is it?
She's lying. Why would I do that?
What about the kid?
No
Are you
worries,
so
Michael.
sure you know how long a kid can
Enjoy
hold
your
his
British touring
breath
cars if they're on.
with his little head inside a toilet bowl?
Son of a bitch.
I didn't want to. It was his idea.
Selfishly, I was glad I hadn't risked my life to save Jimmy. Maybe not even someone like him deserves to die. But one could also argue that I didn't deserve to die for someone like him.
Who's your boss? Give me a name!
Cassidy. It was his idea. He said you'd hired me if I'd managed to scare the widow, and I just...
All right. Let's just calm down now. Okay? It's gonna be okay. There are two sacred principles that rule my life. The first principle is the love for my family. I do anything to protect them. The second principle, I never put my future in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I would even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two crucial principles, I take matters into my own hands. You see where this is going? For the first time, I got someone killed. Even though all I really did was rat him out.
No, I just...
Stop interrupting me, Jimmy! It's not polite! We're all the same. So rude. You know what? Let's leave it at that. You're going to give a message to that disgusting walrus Cassidy, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Yeah, sure.
Good boy.
What's the message?
Oh, Jimmy. You still don't get it, do you? You are the message. Come on. Wrap him up. Make sure Cassidy gets the message for breakfast, will you? I hope he chokes on it.
Got it.
Where are you hiding, little fishy? Once again, you didn't get to hear the end of my story.
Bollocks. That's a scary face.
What? Just where do you think you're going, putty cat?
Two sacred principles rule my life. The first is the love I feel for my family. The second, never leave destiny in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I'd even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two principles, I take matters into my own hands. The first time that someone died because of me, even though all I did was rat him out, well, that guy ended up in the Hudson River, right off Pier 27. He's got to be even wetter than that fish by now. You should have seen his face.
It's interesting what comes to mind when you think you're about to die. Suddenly all I could think about was how much I wanted a pet fish.
Anyway, I was 14, and I still dream about a real inside.
By then, I was adamant about buying a fish. But first...
That was that. Never again.
Nowadays, whether it's me who pulls the trigger or not, I have zero regrets. What's more, I sort of enjoy it.
In case anyone had any doubts about who's the boss around here, I'll put my dirty feet on his luxurious table to prove that all of this is mine.
Well, well, well. Do we see the paint marks?
The guy never hesitates to pull the trigger. Even if I hadn't seen what he did to Jimmy, I'd know he's not bluffing. His pupils are dilated, and there's a slight grin on his face. The bastard is enjoying himself. When a mob boss declares his love of family, it can only mean that A, he won't hesitate to ruin yours, and B, he's cheating on his wife. I knew I had it in me to get out of that place alive.
Right. Now, Larry always played it safe. Come on. Right, there's 8 bits on here for 4 clues, so it always plays it safe. So it's not that. I may have to brute force this. Nope. More career. So where are you? Am I the right one then? Are we playing it right? That's all correct. So that can't be right for that one. Aha.
No. O'Leary's wife is having an affair with Colbert? Should I serve this to O'Leary on a silver platter? Or threaten Colbert so he'll get me out of this mess?
And, well, that's it, I think. You know, Blacksad, I never made it this far. Congratulations. You're going in style.
I didn't want to interrupt you because I respect you and your word, but I'm actually here to help. Your wife is having an affair with Colbert.
What? Me? No way. Well, here's the thing. I don't respect your word. And since you brought me no proof...
Check my coat pocket, on the right.
Oh my.
Oh, Blacksad, Blacksad, Blacksad. Oops. Thank you very much. And sorry for jumping to conclusions. First, you get a random beating from my men. And here we are. When you shared what you'd found in Yale's apartment, well, it made me sort of want to trust you. But as you well know, you can't trust anyone in this world. Take it. It's only fair.
I want to bet it all on the fight, on Sonia Dunn's behalf.
Oh, what a romantic you are. We listen, if you call it listening, to the sentimental romance.
Yeah.
The word you're looking for is feel.
Same difference. Anyway, go ahead. Place your bet.
I bet it all on Yale.
Oh, Blacksad. Aren't these odd hours to pay me a visit? Your message was important, but certainly not urgent. It could have waited until tomorrow, don't you think?
We cats and wolves hunt at night. I wish I was a noir fiction writer. At this very moment, I could write a couple of pointed, ironic remarks for the narrator to recount what I just lived through. The dark, crooked alleys of New York reminded me of the state of my own soul. No. Fall loomed over me with the... Fall struck me with the full force of my long-lost youth. Nah, not that. Fall descended over me with the full weight of a guilty conscience.
Another beating.
God, that's worse.
were you thinking? He wants him alive!
I felt falls seep through my bones like the pain of a good beating.
Shadow play.
Mediocre.
Take your fourth
But
beating.
appropriate.
All new deductions.
Against all odds, next morning I got up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I had my kind, unknown assailants to thank. The beating had taken its toll, but for the first time in months, I had slept like a baby.
Oh, come on, Helen, focus! All right, take 5. We'll work on that double backhand later.
Well, Mr. Blackmore, what can I do for the FBI?
Cooperate with law enforcement. All you have to do is talk.
I like to speak through my actions, but still, could you be more specific?
Maybe if we could speak in private?
Alec!
Coming!
You've got 4 minutes, Mr. Blackmore, so... make them count.
They say you're currently involved with Al Stone, the boxer. Is that correct?
Wow. The FBI sure knows what it's doing. So, out of the 100 million Americans who know about that, who did you extort to get such highly confidential information?
Don't beat around the bush. We know why you're with him.
Oh, so you like his biceps too?
Desmond O'Leary asked you to seduce Stone. Why?
What? No, I met Al by chance at a party. A party hosted by Desmond O'Leary. No, that can't be. No one is that shrewd. Not even him. Damn, I hate that bastard.
We're aware of at least 6 rigged games during your first year as a professional player.
And?
You won all of them.
Are you trying to offend me? I give my all on the court. I can't be held accountable if my rivals don't do the same. Go interrogate them.
We know you smuggle contraband during your international tournaments.
Oh, really? Are you sure? Like, what exactly?
I think she called my bluff. Or did she? Should I follow through or say I was kidding? You smuggle tobacco.
You're just making it up as you go, aren't you? To think I was starting to like you. Come on, what do you really want from me?
O'Leary.
We know about you and Desmond O'Leary.
Wow, your sagacity never ceases to amaze me. Wait, I get it. They must wrap your FBI sandwiches in gossip magazines.
The thing is, well...
You see, I'd love to wipe out that part of my past, but whatever.
Do you have any regrets?
Ads pay more than trophies. Can you believe it? Being associated with such a shady character could only damage my reputation. Trust me, never get involved with a married man. Anyway, at least now I know why you mentioned the rigged games. I can't blame you, Mr. Blackmore. I understand why I seem suspect. Although I doubt the FBI would ever get this involved in a sporting scandal. What do you really have against O'Leary? And please don't say illegal gambling.
O'Leary is a murderer. Every criminal organization has blood on his hands. His is no exception. And we have proof.
Well, what's the big deal? At least it's not a matter of, I don't know, smuggling tobacco.
I'm serious, Miss Moore. America can't afford to let anyone shake its foundations like that. And America's sweetheart can't afford it either. Help us out. Talk to us.
And why should I, Mr. Blackmore? What do I stand to gain or lose?
I'm sure you're aware that we could end your career if what we know goes public. But no one wants that to happen, right?
This is actually quite simple.
One lucky gal.
You have a light, sir?
Why, yes, we do.
The pearly white teeth of someone who barely smokes. Am I making her nervous? Damn. I'm almost out of fluid.
Steady.
Wanna know my trick? Go down to start, then up with it, and then down again. Will I get to smoke today? Thanks. I don't know what you want me to say. You're trying to frame O'Leary, perhaps rightfully so, but I think you're barking up the wrong tree. Believe me, if I had the slightest...
Come on, Helen. Time to work on your backhand. Let's go.
Do you smoke? Nice meeting you, Mr. Blackmore. Did you bring my water?
Well, build up for the Grand Prix has started.
She tossed a cigarette in your face? You're such a loser! Too bad I was busy chasing Cassidy. If that had been me, America would no longer have a sweetheart. So, what do you say, you and me, we change places next time, huh?
Your turn. Now tell me, what did you find out?
You're gonna love this. You ready? I've got news, but I happen to also have a
Blacksad.
He's up at that hole, isn't he?
What? Who is... Oh, Mrs. Colbert.
I told him I knew all about it, you know, after our chat. He cried and asked me to forgive him. He said he was gonna leave her, that he loved me, and it was over. But last night he got a phone call. He said he had to work, and he still hasn't come back. Nobody's seen him at work since yesterday evening. He left with her, didn't he? Tell me the truth. I can handle it.
Your husband ran away with his lover. Somewhere far. Farther than you can imagine. I'd forget him if I were you. It's time to...
That good for nothing. I'm gonna scratch his eyes out. I'll tear his stupid head off. I'm gonna make him regret.
Not the fact we had him killed, you know.
But what just happened? happened? Is there anything you didn't tell me?
Maybe. But now it's your turn. Tell me about Cassidy. Come on, spit it out.
I didn't find anything suggesting that Cassidy had anything to do with Dunn's murder, but...
That's quite the tale.
But I know Cassidy will be playing poker tonight with one Howard M. Farnham II, a Texas tycoon looking to get his claws on the boxing business. I also know that he and Cassidy have never met in person, and that Farnham, who's staying at the Balford Hotel, hasn't left his room. Apparently, he spent the night with 3 bottles of bourbon. So, here's my incredible plan. I'll go to the hotel, I'd knock him out, and then take his place in the poker game. That way, I'll get Cassidy talking. What do you think? Incredible, right?
Didn't we agree that you would handle Helen more while I dealt with Cassidy next time? No?
Yeah, we did. Just then, after he laughed at us for dropping the smoke in our face. You gotta love when games overrun, don't you? But hey, you guys get extra.
Good afternoon, Mr. Farnham.
What's going on?
Allow me to introduce myself. John Blackmore. I work for Frank Cassidy. He asked me to bring you these bottles so you could choose which one you prefer for the game.
Oh, sure. I was fixing to leave, but I guess them monuments ain't going anywhere. Well, come on in then.
Getting in Farnham's room was easy. Earning his trust was another story. But I always have an ace up my sleeve.
Blackmore, you okay, partner?
The best way to earn someone's trust is to make them believe they've earned yours. And sometimes, the best way to fake it is to tell the truth. I don't know where to begin. I ratted out a 2-timer, and now he's dead.
You told the husband and he restored her honor, right?
Something like that.
Well then, what's the problem, son? You did the right thing, and that pig got what he was in for. Listen here, you're gonna get your reward, son, from our Lord Jesus in this here bottle.
One of the tricks of this trade is to be wary of the biases we all have. They cloud our judgment and blur the person in front of us, painting them with the shades of our preconceived notions of who they should be. But every once in a while, you run into someone so locked in personality that they can only be regarded as a stereotype. Farnham was a disgrace, not only to himself, but to Texas and the entire human race. To think I had to impersonate him. I wish I was like you. You seem so content, so free of burdens.
Stop right there, partner. You think this old dog don't have ticks? Let me tell you something about my first wife. Woo-wee!
Once I had gained Farnham's trust, the hard part was deciding what I needed to know to become him and not get myself killed.
See, I'm waiting to the part where I move around myself, and then that's the save point. You watch 8 hours later.
What can I do for you, sir?
I'm here to play me some poker.
You got the wrong place, sir. Did you miss the barbershop sign above the door? You have a good evening, sir.
Wait,
Bollocks.
The hard part was deciding what I needed to know to become him and not get myself killed.
What can I do for you, sir?
howdy. My name's Howard M. Farnham II.
Okay. Should I know you? What can I do for you, sir?
Farnham was one hell of a drinker. I had to get the information out of him before he drank himself unconscious. Otherwise, I'd have to find that information myself.
Okay, find the requested info before the time runs out. Wait.
Yes, I got a Vietnamese saved last night.
Oh, please, come in. Of course, I remember you. Take a seat.
I wanted to make sure I did that before next time. Because I would have been like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm sure you'll understand we can't be too careful. Our host has many enemies, and someone has to keep them at bay.
Sure, I get it.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, please answer my question. How much does it cost to get yourself a clean Vietnamese shave?
Damn, sure enough, Louis put the nail on the coffin of my first marriage. You know, the wife that caught me cheating with the maid. My second marriage, too. You know what I did to her daddy? Same old with several mistresses. So I decided to stick to my guns and only deal with hookers. Even if I did end up marrying some.
I feel you, Mr. Farnham. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm Cassidy's slave. He lent me the money for a game deposit, and I lost it all. Now I have to work off my debt.
Oh, Cassidy's not your problem, son. It's poverty. Sure enough, I had to pay my own deposit this morning to y'all. And that was just petty cash to me.
Petty cash, to be honest. I asked you how much.
Of course, they gave me one of the seats. These things I have, boy. Wait, I'll show you. I gotta get somewhere. Just a second. I'll get it. I just put it over. I think I'll be right back.
Ding Dong? Interesting name for a town.
$20,000.
Why didn't you just say you had the receipt in your pocket? I'm almost certain, but tell me, who told you to come to this barber shop?
Let me tell you a little secret about my first wife, sonny boy. When I met that woman, she had no manners, no money, no... Who in the hell? Farnham. My God, if it ain't the hero of the day.
This will surely imbue me with the Texan spirit. It's not going to be easy to sound Texan, but I'll give it my best shot. I probably don't need to imitate his gestures during the game, but it certainly wouldn't hurt to try.
I'll be damned.
Nothing says Texan like a cowboy hat.
Yes, sir. New York City. Ha! Ha! Sure enough, I'm fixing. Boxing at
Knowing
the Grand.
Farnham,
I'll be
the
damned.
owner of this bra only came here for business.
Just a few bourbons, that's all. Anyway, Kenny, thanks for fixing the game with Cassidy.
Kenny. All right, Kenny. Back in the car now, mate.
God bless you, brother. The craziest goddamn Texan in New York.
My good old friend Kenny. Craziest goddamn Texan in New York.
You know how many Kennys there are in New York? Kenny who?
So besides when and where the game will be, the password, and the money Farnham dished out, what else do I need? At least it's comforting to know that when Farnham drinks too much, his female companions have less of a hard time. Not even a Bible. They smell like a party.
So we have to work out where Kenny is. Yeah, no Bible. I know. What's going on there?
Luckily, there was only one Kinney in Farnham's address book, Kinney Eeks, residing at...
Cornell Plaza, Manhattan. Stunning penthouse.
I'm not surprised. Mr. Eeks has excellent taste. Do you happen to know what he asked for the last time he was here?
Taking longer than I thought.
Ding dong. Interesting name for a town.
Ting Tong.
No matter how superficial someone may seem, there's always a way to win their heart.
Don't tell me, Billy Bob. This here is my new friend Father. Am I right?
Sure enough, your barber was fixing to give me a shave.
You can get a good shave at another time. Billy Bob is always at our beck and call.
Of course.
Hey, come on. Let's get in there before they finish all the bourbon without us.
I haven't frisked him yet, sir.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Mr. Farnham here, he's an honest Texan. And I'm sure he'll hand over his weapon if we ask him to. Right?
Sure, but you better take good care of my girl.
It'll be my pleasure.
Welcome, gentlemen. Chips are on the table and guns are in the safe. Now, we got a lovely night of poker ahead of us full of smoking and bourbon. So let's get started. Take a seat, Mr. Farnham. Let me introduce you. To my right, wearing gray boxers and weighing in at 140 pounds, the owner of Pink Vice, the largest meat market in all of Manhattan.
In other words, a real son of a bitch. No offense to the women he exploits.
Our reigning champion, Oswald Quince.
A title I aim to keep, provided our new contender here doesn't interfere.
Y'all are dealing with the worst player in Texas.
You're just trying to make me overconfident, aren't you?
The truth is that our friend Farnham owns the largest and, I dare say, most entertaining establishment in Texas.
Really? So we're colleagues then?
Yeah, you wish, Quince. He owns a casino.
Damn.
And it's not even in Austin or Dallas. It's actually in a little town called, what was it?
Ding Dong.
I looked it up the other day. Had a funny ring to it. I hate it when this happens.
I thought they moved all Texan casinos to Vegas, where gambling is legal.
You mean Ding Dong, Texas?
Ding dong! That's it.
Who'd ever think of a name like that?
Well, casino or no casino, let's just hope he doesn't keep as many aces up his sleeve as the late Ventimiglia, huh?
Amen.
To my left, wearing brown boxers and weighing in at 396 pounds.
Frank, show some respect, huh?
The hospitality tycoon, Polly... no.
Tycoon? I just own a small bar with pool tables. Clients drink close to nothing and play even less, but certain business transactions just couldn't happen anywhere else.
Damn it, Paulie. Why don't I know your last name?
Because they took it away from me. You have no idea how good my ex-wife's lawyer is.
Women, they even take our damn names.
You're too much, Paulie.
When you're done sightseeing, why don't you drop by La Iguana for a game of pool? And I'll buy you a drink. But I have to warn you, my clientele isn't crazy about furry fellas such as yourself.
Thanks. I love me some pool.
Perfect. It'll be my pleasure.
You're looking to start your own pool business, Farnham? This guy here wants to start a boxing association in Texas. And guess who he's turning to for advice?
To be honest, several things got me worried. so I'd be much obliged for any counseling.
So, what worries you?
Rebel coaches like Joe Dunn.
Oh, I see you done your homework. That bastard wouldn't accept the most basic rules. For example, banning boxers from official competitions when their managers don't belong to my association. Hey, don't get me wrong, I'm sorry for his death. But if they ever find the murderer, I'd be glad to pay his lawyer fees. Billy Bob, bring out the bourbon. We're drying up here. I'll deal with a fresh deck, of course. We respect traditions in this establishment.
Poker is as boring as it is simple. All you need to do is read people's faces. And even the worst detective has that trick up his sleeve. The real issue is knowing what to play for when there's much more than just money at stake.
Damn it! What again?
How many games have you won in a row, Quince?
And here I was hoping that Farnham would steal your championship belt.
Congratulations, Farnham. You're bad as hell, but at least you know it. Mark my words. Farnham will be calling his wife before the night is over.
Ha! Oh, hey. By the way, you guys hear about Kenny's wife? Pretty tragic, huh?
What happened?
Oh, plain bad luck. Hey, but Farnham, I'm sure you know more about it than I do.
See, this part is important to
Anyway,
actually have it in
Kenny,
one go.
Thanks for fixing the game with Cassidy. God bless you, brother. Craziest goddamn Texan in New York. And the poor fella's already got enough on his hands now that his wife. Women just gotta have their vices. Well, she's in a rehab clinic now, hooked on tranquilizers and all that.
That's it, tranquilize. Don't tell me women don't have their vices, too. Bring out the bourbon, Billy Bob. Come on. Give me the bourbon.
Maybe I spoke too soon when I said that poker is easy for a good detective. Even when you play to lose, it's best to win the occasional hand to avoid suspicion. But with Quince, it was just impossible.
Well, I'll be damned. I don't believe this.
See what we mean, Farnham?
I still don't get why you keep coming for more, boys. I'm starting to think you all lose on purpose. In which case, you're about to have a blast.
Poor Farnham. Came looking to make big bucks in the city with his boxing, and he's gonna lose it all with poker.
I hope your counseling will make up for it.
Yeah, so how can I be of help?
Those there athletes hooking up with each other, like Al Stone and Helen Moore.
I see you subscribe to What's News. Yeah, my star boxer, the reigning champion. He's having an affair with America's sweetheart. Hey, I got nothing against those two idiots falling in love. Don't get me wrong, but it's taking a toll on his performance. I don't think he'll lose against Yale, but I'm starting to worry a bit. You happy now?
Sure thing. Although, there is something else.
Come on, spit it out. I want to play.
Homicidal boxers like Bobby Yale.
Ha! That's some piece of news, huh? Hey, I don't know if he did it, but the real problem is that the fight against my champ Stone might not even frickin' happen. The good news is that I've almost convinced the governor to let him out of prison on the day of the fight. Under police escort, that is. I bet you the audience gets a kick out of that. Come on, let's steal another hand before Quince accuses us of trying to break his winning streak.
Ain't gonna happen. Gentlemen, I suggest you never tell your sons about this game Unless you want to lose their respect.
Wait, you mean our sons actually respect us?
I hear you. There's no way to set boys straight these days. They don't even respond to a good old beating.
The way I would...
I dare say Texan boys do respond to a good beating.
Hey, careful, Quince. You're talking to a pro. So, Kenny told me you had quite a house.
How many kids you got in that house full of yours?
No, that son of a bitch was about to choke on his own vomit. Sure, the sight of a millionaire choking on his own vomit had a certain poetic quality. Even so, I couldn't just stand there and watch him die. Unfortunately, I didn't break a sweat trying to save him.
Go on, retry. There we go, right.
How many kids you got in that house full of yours?
So, come on, game. Let me get to the point where I can save.
No, that son of a bitch was about to choke on his own
Without
vomit.
having to, remember shit.
Sure, the sight of a millionaire choking on his own vomit had a certain poetic quality. Even so, I couldn't just stand there and watch him die. No, deserving or not, the man would live.
His wallet's there, though. With 500 children.
Six, well, that's something. I don't know how you deal with all of that.
All boys?
Does it have to be now?
Oh, never let Quince near one of your daughters.
Come on, Folly. Children are sacred. I won't lay a
Cassidy.
finger on them until they're 12. After that, well, let's just say some men have needs that can only be met by a young girl that age, if you know what I mean. Are you all right, Farnham?
There goes your winning streak, you sick bastard.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, the police are gonna bust your ass. Quince.
What the hell are you talking about?
I bet you're as bad at hiding those poor girls as you are at keeping that ace up your sleeve.
What? You lying piece of shit.
Quince?
Don't believe a word he's saying, Frank.
Don't you dare call me Frank. Billy Bob.
It's 500 more. For washing up.
It's a deal.
And good call, Farnham. I owe you one. Please, take that flying scumbag's tokens. And mine too, if you want them. I'm feeling generous. Hey, turns out the governor accepted my suggestion to let Bobby yell out of prison on the day of the fight. Hey, this is turning out to be the perfect night. If you decide to go ahead with your new venture, call me, Farnham.
Your behavior at last night's game was utterly insulting. Never contact me again or I'll put an end to your pathetic life. If our common acquaintance should ask you about your business endeavors, tell him that boxing is too violent for you. Signed, Frank Cassidy. My own tracks would be covered the following morning when Cassidy read this note from Farnham.
Dear Mr. Cassidy, though I'm grateful for your kind help, last night's game made me realize that boxing is just too violent for a peaceful Texan like myself. I have decided to invest elsewhere. Yours sincerely, Howard M. Farnham II. Damn Texans.
Sorry, that part was a bit... Kind of glad the character was shot.
As for me, it was the first time in days that I had gone to bed without my daily beat. A real shame. Nothing like a bruised body to help you to sleep like a baby. Maybe I should have given myself a beating. Blacksad.
Finally, I need you at the gym now, please.
Now I hope this is the point where I walk around, and then that'll be where I'll save it.
It was like this when I got here.
Did you call the police?
No, only you.
Good. Calm down. I'll take care of this.
Right. We will take care of that next time. So, thank you very, very much everyone for watching this morning into the afternoon. I will be back maybe tomorrow for more of this. I don't know. If not, then it should be Tuesday in theory with some more of Doom 64. Yes. So thank you very much for watching. You take care. The Grand Prix is on in less than an hour. Have fun with that if you're watching that as well. And I shall see you next time. Tattly buys.